Hi there, good to see you. So I'm heading towards the Kaimanawa Forest Park. I'm crossing Poronui Station and I'm heading to Oamaru Hut. So join me if you will. Be a nice walk, easy overnight stay in a lovely backcountry hut. Let's go, shall we? Looks like we're going the right way, this way. So I'm basically walking across Poronui Station. So they allow trampers to cross the station to get to Oamaru Hut. So I'm following a route. It's a poled route, so there's markers all the way along the route with little orange triangles and things like that. And away you go. So it's a very pleasant walk. Lots of wildlife to see. Seen Sika Deer, seen plenty of pheasants. So yeah, very pleasant walk and a lot of fun actually. Let's carry on, shall we? Cheese, crackers and salami. Great lunch. I'm loving this. Why is it the minute that you start eating lunch, flies appear? Not a single fly until now. Pull out some lunch, flies. I don't know. So the plan is just to sit here for a few more minutes, let my feet dry now that I've crossed that stream, put my shoes and socks back on and carry on, but I'm going to have a snack first. So here we are, Oamaru Hut. Pretty much a good standard, I think it's about 12 bunks. We'll have a look in a minute. So it's got a bit of space over here for a few bits and pieces, a couple of tools and a couple of spades and obviously a couple of axes. So this is the hut proper. It's a nice little hut. It's got a beautiful fireplace in here. Nice fireplace actually. It's all stone surround and everything else. And a potbelly stove obviously. So that'll go really well. I don't think we'll light it at the moment. She's still pretty warm out in the middle of summer. So we've got a sink, and yes, there's a bit of water coming from the water tank. Another cooking bench over there, and the rest of the hut is as you see it. So a nice stainless steel table. You can look out over the river flats. That's the Mohaka River down there. And there's two bunk rooms. There's one on this side. I won't spend too much time in here. There's a guy in here. So there's one bunk room here, and I'm going to have this bunk room on the other side, and that looks like so. So I've got all the windows open at the moment because she's must be 25 degrees at the moment, so it's pretty hot, but we'll sort ourselves out. So yeah, I'll fold the mattress down and have a sleep on there. So looks good to me. So that's Oamaru Hut. It's wonderful outlook for the hut. You can stand here, see right across the river flats. As I said, that's the Mohaka River down there. We came across, there's a poled route across the flats over there, and then up and over that scrubby little saddle, and you can go all the way down the river. Well, pretty much if you keep following the river, you'll end up in Hawke's Bay. But she's a beautiful spot. The sun's dropping away behind us at the moment, but I dare say it'll be gorgeous in the morning, so we'll soon find out in the morning. So there we are, Oamaru Hut, Kaimanawa Forest Park. Come on along, she's a great spot. So we're outside the hut, and the good old backcountry dunny. You know I love a good dunny. Well, here it is. This is a pretty upmarket one. It's made of fiberglass. It's not a long drop. It's actually a composting toilet. Check that out. Lovely, clean composting toilet. No smell, no flies, just what you want. Excellent stuff. So yeah, you might think that that's the world's smallest bivvy, and you might be right, especially if you're 2 feet nothing and weigh 25 kilos. It'd be perfect for you. It's actually a dog box. So again, a hunter's hut, a place to keep the dogs nice and warm and out of the weather. That's the dog box. And again, this is something that you see in hunters' huts more than you see in tramping huts. So this is a meat safe. So you can hang up your prime cuts in the meat safe, keep the flies off it, and keep them nice and fresh till you pack them out. Check that out up there. I don't know if you can see that little thing made of mud. That's a swallow's nest. So welcome swallow is what they're called, and that's a swallow's nest. Obviously certainly gone for this season. They would have been using it before Christmas. So when you're in one of these dock huts, it's always a good idea to fill in the intentions book. That way, if anything goes wrong and search and rescue have to come and look for you or whatever, they'll know at least you were here and where you were going. So that's what we're going to do here. These are in pretty much every dock hut that you come across, and they actually make excellent reading too. So if you've got a bit of time on your hands and you're a bit bored, you should have a read of what's in the logbook. It makes good reading. So that's me just here. I've found what I think is the cleanest dirty mattress, and some of them are pretty filthy, I have to say. But that's all right. I'm pretty filthy after that walk in. So this is me, nice iron bunk. Got the bunk room all to myself. I'll be using a quilt again tonight rather than a sleeping bag, so it should be fine. So I'll stick my quilt in there, and got a nice pillow as well, so we should be all good. So nice little 6-bunk hut. I'll be in here. I think I'll be pretty comfy actually. She's still pretty warm. I've got all the windows opened, but I dare say it'll get down pretty cold overnight. So we nice and warm in the quilt, and hopefully that's all that we need. Although I've got some thermals I can put on if I need to, but let's hope we don't need to do that. But yeah, this is me. Should be pretty good. I'm sharing the hut with a guy who's he's been here a few days. He's been hunting the river flats, and He's seen a few things, so he's off tonight or this evening to have an evening stalk, see if he can find anything. Quietly hoping he does, because some fried venison would be pretty damn good about now. Well, I like my backcountry, but fried venison certainly beats just about everything, I think. So let's hope he comes back with something. But that's generally what people stay here for. That's what this particular hut is used the most for. I am told, I don't know if it's true or not, that it's one of the more popular huts in the North Island in terms of bed nights. Probably right. The logbook, intentions book, is pretty full, and in fact I am surprised that we're the only two in residence tonight, but that's nice. It means I get a bunk room all to myself, and I can't complain too much about that. So meal time as per usual, backcountry, spaghetti bolognese. As per usual, tasty, hot, and very, very nice. Boy, you can feel the temperature dropping. It was very warm today. It was probably 26, 28 degrees. But it's a perfectly clear night, not a cloud in the sky. So I'd imagine we're going to get down to something pretty chilly tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets down to sort of 6 or 8 degrees. So, trick is something warm inside you. I mean, hit that bed. Gotta have an Earl Grey before you go to bed, don't you? It was a nice walk today. An easy walk across the Poronui Station. I think I copped a bit of sunburn actually, which is pretty good for March. So looking forward to the walk back. It's beautiful, flat walk through the station, walking along the paths and the roads and things like that, so not very strenuous at all. Very, very easy. I think it's, I don't know, 12, 13k, something like that. So yeah, very nice and well worth doing. So if you want to come out to Oamaru Hut, park at Poronui Station, or the car park at the gates at Poronui Station, and come on through. She's a lovely walk, you won't regret it. Well, good night. If anything happens that you should know about during the night, I'll let you know. But other than that, we'll see you in the morning. Cheerio. Good morning, how's it going? Starting the day with a cup of Earl Grey tea as I normally do. Beautiful night last night, a little bit cold, and it's pretty chilly this morning. But I dare say it'll warm up pretty quickly once the fog burns off, and we'll start to make our way home. But should be an easy walk out, normally is. Know where you're going, but the walk along Poronui Station's generally flat all the way, and on clearly marked roads and trails, so it'll be a pleasant walk back. Nothing like an Earl Grey tea in the morning. So I'm not sure if you can see that. If you have a look up there, that's where the hut is. It's a beautifully elevated hut, lovely views over the valley. We're just walking down the valley now and heading off. So thank you, Oamaru Hut. It was a great night. Let's carry on. So it was a great night in a 12 bunk hunter's hut. If you want to have a look at an 80 bunk, yeah that's right, 80 bunk tramper's hut, check that video out up there. I'll see you over there. Thanks for watching. Cheerio.